Welcome to the Lease Orientation tutorial for the St. Petersburg Housing Authority. We're glad to welcome you to our housing programs, and we look forward to assisting you and your family during your time with us. Let's start with the basics. What is a lease?
Your lease is your contract between the housing authority and you. It explains what we expect from you and what you can expect from us.
Your lease covers important topics that will govern the legal and contractual relationship between you, the resident, also known as the tenant, and the landlord, the St. Petersburg Housing Authority.
Here's some of the basics. Only those who are listed on the lease may live in the apartment. If you have a new child or someone else you want to move in, you must notify SPHA management. Your lease also requires that you report any changes to your family income immediately. Your lease requires you to keep the apartment and any outdoor areas clean. It also states that you are responsible for the conduct of your guests.
We'll highlight some of the major topics during this orientation, including security deposit, rent terms, length of tenancy, tenant obligations, landlord obligations, and lease termination. However, please make sure you review all of your lease in its entirety. You are responsible for abiding to all of the elements in your lease, regardless of whether that topic is discussed in this video. Let's start off with your security deposit. You agreed to pay SPHA a refundable security deposit when you signed the lease. SPHA will use the security deposit at the termination of your lease to pay the cost of any rent not validly withheld or deducted pursuant to applicable law, the cost of repairing any damages caused by you, household members, guests, and/or visitors, reasonable wear and tear excluded, and any other charges due pursuant to the terms of the lease.
Your apartment should be in the same condition when you leave. Any damage to the apartment other than normal wear and tear will lead to charges that will be deducted from your security deposit.
After you move out, SPHA shall notify you, in accordance with applicable laws, if SPHA intends to make a claim from the security deposit, together with a statement of costs and/or damages associated therewith. Your security deposit may not be used as payment of the final month's rent. Now let's talk rent terms. You agreed to pay rent per month, payable in advance and without demand, on the first day of each month without offset or deduction. Rent is considered late if not paid by the 5th of the month, and a late fee will be applied. Length of tenancy. The term of your lease is 12 months unless otherwise modified or terminated. Your rent will remain in effect throughout each successive term unless adjusted in accordance with the terms of your lease. Adjustments to your rent will be made by written notice to you or by executing a new lease agreement or an amendment to your lease at SPHA's option. If you live in one of SPHA's tax credit or affordable housing properties, your lease does not automatically renew. However, if you live in a public housing property, your lease does automatically renew. Nonetheless, you must abide by the tenant obligations that we will discuss in a moment in order to remain in compliance with your lease and maintain your housing. Tenant obligations. Your obligations as a resident are to pay your rent on time each month, report to SPHA all changes of income or household composition within 10 days, complete the annual recertification process each year on time. Failure to complete the recertification process could result in the termination of your tenancy. Maintain your unit in safe and proper conditions, which means, first, maintain housekeeping in your unit.
For the health and safety of your family and your neighbors, your apartment must be kept clean at all times. Any outdoor areas assigned to your exclusive use must also be kept in clean and in safe conditions. This includes cleaning all equipment like the stove, refrigerator, and your bathrooms. Regularly cleaning your apartment, especially the kitchen and bathrooms, should help prevent the invasion of rodents or insects.
Second, submit maintenance/work order requests when there are items in your unit that need repairs.
We will try our best to get your maintenance and repairs done in a timely fashion. Work orders are completed in the order in which they are received, and priority is given to emergencies. Unless your issue is an emergency, it may take some time for us to get to your request, but we promise we will get to it as quickly as we can.
Respect the property. Don't damage, destroy, or deface any part of your unit or the community. Respect others. Don't engage in physical or verbal behavior that threatens the health, safety, or peaceful enjoyment of other residents. And finally, and this is a big one, do not engage in criminal activity.
You, your household members, and your guests must not engage in criminal activity. This includes violent or drug-related activity on or off the property.
SPHA has a very close relationship with the St. Petersburg Police Department, and they will keep us informed of criminal matters related to our properties. In late 2025, the Secretary of the Department of Housing and Urban Development issued guidance to all housing authorities across the country, instructing them to take immediate steps to terminate tenancies of households that have engaged in criminal activity. SPHA takes those instructions seriously, and we will comply. Please make sure that all members of your household refrain from engaging in any kind of criminal activity. Now that we have discussed resident obligations, let's turn to landlord. Landlord obligations. The St. Petersburg Housing Authority's obligations are to explain the lease to you, the resident, maintain the unit and make repairs to ensure that the unit is in safe, decent, and sanitary condition, and comply with all applicable building codes, housing codes, HUD requirements, etc. Now we will discuss what happens when the lease is terminated. Lease termination. You, the tenant, must give SPHA at least 30 days notice of your intent to vacate the unit. The landlord, the St. Petersburg Housing Authority, must follow state and federal notice laws if we seek to terminate your lease for any reason. As landlord, SPHA may seek to terminate your lease due to your non-compliance with the lease terms, such as failure to pay the rent on time, failure to recertify on time, disturbance of the quiet and peaceful enjoyment of the property by other residents, or a household member engaging in criminal activity.
Lease termination is a serious process. If you have questions or concerns, please contact your asset manager and schedule some time for discussion. Now, some other folks you may want to talk to as you continue to participate in SPHA's housing programs is our fantastic social services team.
Our social services team provides one-on-one support, tools, and resources that can turn your goals and dreams into reality. We offer the Family Self-Sufficiency Program, FSS, for families in our public housing and project-based voucher properties. This program allows people to work on goals while saving towards a home or other achievement. Our home ownership program helps our residents to pursue home ownership through classes, partnerships, and access to community resources. Our after-school programs provide educational opportunities and recreation while promoting youth well-being. And our senior programs help our seniors to build a sense of community in addition to learning more about maintaining a healthy and active lifestyle. Learn more about all of our social services programs on our website, stpha.org/social services.
We've finally reached the point where we can hand you the keys to your new home. And while we realize that this is a lot of information, we want you to know that staff in our management office are available to answer all of your questions. We are here to make this transition as smooth as possible, and without any further delay, welcome home.